Alright guys, and we're back. I Alright, sorry about that at the end of the last episode. My cable company had an outage, so I couldn't even end the stream the way I wanted to end it. I got something to eat, so let's keep it moving. We found the second location of the other shuttle. Alrighty. How far is it? Oh, three. Not that far.
There's got to be something useful out here.
So here on out, I'm only going to be leveling crafting, space combat. I'm going to do my jetpack because our weapons are... We're fine with our weapons. And when we get crafting, we can make better weapons, make mods that we want to apply. Again, there's a lot to do in this fucking game, so I'm not even worried about not having what I want before the end. You know what I'm saying? It's getting night time. We have no bullets on this, no bullets on that. We need to actually go to somewhere where we can actually buy. We need to actually go to a store with weapons. That's what it is.
Oh, look at this view. Had I been on this planet under more pleasant circumstances, I might have had more time to appreciate the beauty it has to offer. Judging from this debris, the crew's shuttle sustained far more damage than my own. Oh, those poor souls. This is what's left of the crew's shuttle. But it looks like parts were scavenged and dragged somewhere else. Could there have been survivors?
Not a here. They built a settlement.
I'll shoot if I have to. Just turn around and leave. I know how to use this thing, and I will.
It's a kid?
God. Who are you?
I'm nobody. Just go away. I'm not going to let anyone take my stuff again. No way. Both of you, just go.
What do you mean, take my stuff again?
Hey, I'm not stupid. Last time people were here, they promised to help. They ended up tricking me. They stole all of my good stuff and left me behind. I'm not going to let that happen ever again. Answers? About what?
For real.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
Stop it right now. Put away that gun and talk to us. We want to know what happened here.
See? You're not nice at all. I knew it. You're a liar. That's all grown-ups do is lie.
Yeah, Sarah.
Sorry. I was wrong to get so angry. We are here to help you, and we promise to tell the truth.
I don't know. You're kind of scaring me. Why should I listen to you?
Don't think you, that's a strange question, seeing as you're the one pointing the gun.
That's because no one is fooling me ever again.
We can take you home. We're here to honor the crew that died on this planet.
The crew? No one's been looking for that crew since before I was born. So tell me another lie. Go ahead.
You were born here. Hold on. Oh my God. Your parents, your mum and your dad, what were their names?
Jenna and Elias. Why?
Jenna and Elias. Private Jenna Marsh and Corporal Elias Obrist. You're their daughter. Listen to me. I knew your parents. They worked with me on the Dauntless. I'm Commander Sarah Morgan.
You're Sarah Morgan? Mom and Dad's captain? My parents used to talk about you all the time. It's like a dream to finally meet you.
Do you know where you are right now? What did your parents tell you about Sarah? Sarah, I'm glad we found you. If your parents are around, I'd love to meet them. Do you know where you are right
I
now?
know this is Cassiopeia. I've been here since I was born.
That sucks.
I know my mother and father were from Gemsun or something like that. I bet it's like 1,000 miles away.
What did your parents tell you about Sarah?
My parents told me she was in command of their ship in a huge battle. They said she was a hero and the bravest person they ever knew.
Your parents are around. I'd love to meet them.
Yeah? Well, you're too late. My parents are dead. My father died a long time ago. And my mother, she was killed by those monsters at the graveyard. It's just me here now. All by myself.
Let me ask you a question. Actually, I don't even know your name.
Oh, yeah. My name's Sona.
Sona. What a lovely name. Sona, you mentioned a graveyard. Is that where the crew is, you know?
Buried? Yeah. It's a bunch of stones with those necklaces like the ones my mom and dad had hanging on them.
Thank you, Sona. I'm going to talk to my friend here a minute.
We're not taking her.
Okay, Sarah.
Seller, that comment. She had some stuff here.
It's about time. Come on, sleepyhead.
So she made the best of what she had. Permanently uses 15 less O2 while moving. Oh, nice.
Phew. I don't even know where to begin.
I can't even imagine how you're feeling right now. Take it slow. Give yourself a moment to breathe. You're doing great, Sarah. Are you going to be all right?
I'm trying to hold it together. There's just too much coming at me all at once, you know? I'm just so relieved that you're here. There's absolutely no way I could have handled this alone. Am I? I feel like a nervous wreck. Oh, there's so much to process. But I don't have time to deal with it right now. If you want to help, then find that graveyard and bring me those necklaces Sona mentioned. I'm hoping they're my crew's gene tags.
What's a gene tag?
It's an identification tag worn by UC military personnel. It's encoded with the soldiers' medical information and a sample of their DNA. If we can bring them back to Jemison, it would be like bringing home the crew's bodies for a proper burial. Good. Just be careful. Sona's monsters are undoubtedly hostile life forms that have claimed the graveyard as their territory.
How do I get over there? Damn, I should have slept until daytime, huh? I'm going the right way. Damn. How many did I take? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one must be over there. Oh shit!
No! No, 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 no! How many times do I have to say it? I said I don't want to go! Leave me alone!
Sona, calm down and listen to me. It's much too dangerous to stay here all by yourself, darling.
I don't care. This is my home. You can't make me leave.
We can't leave her here. It's not safe. She has to come back with us to Jemison.
She does.
I don't know what to do. Can you talk to her?
Should be soon. They're not yours. She's been doing fine without any help. I agree, but we can't. Don't worry. We'll do whatever it takes to bring her
I
safety.
knew I could depend on you. Now all we have to do is convince this poor girl that she's better off leaving the planet with us. I don't know if I have it in me to say the right things.
I can hear you talking about me. And I don't care what either of you say. I'm not going anywhere.
Look, I'm clearly out of my element here and not in the right state of mind. Could you just talk to her, please?
Why won't Sarah listen to me?
She cared a great deal about you. She feels responsible for your situation. Don't you trust Sarah?
I mean, kinda. I just met her. The only reason I'm trusting you at all is because my mom and dad said Sarah was a good person. I know she probably wants to help me out, but I really wish she'd listen to my part of the story.
She cares a great deal about you.
That doesn't make a lot of sense. She's only known about me for a little while. That still doesn't mean I should leave the only home I ever had, does it?
You won't be safe here forever. You really think this is the best place for you to live the rest of your life?
Mom and Dad told me there was a whole universe out there, with thousands of planets. They showed me the maps and the star charts. That does sound pretty cool, but, well, it's also kind of scary. It would be hard to leave the only home I've ever known.
You won't be safe here forever.
Mom told me there were really bad people out there. Worse than the ones I've already seen. But leaving Mom and Dad behind, it's really hard. Even though they're dead, I don't want to abandon them.
Don't you think your parents will want you to be safe?
I am safe. Those monsters can't catch me. They've tried, but I learned how to trick them. They're pretty dumb. And if bad people visit here, I know how to hide. I was even watching you when you landed. I bet you didn't even see me. This planet doesn't bother me. That's why I'm not sure I need to abandon my mom and dad.
Even from far away, they'll always be close in your heart.
You're right. I never thought of it that way. I'm sorry I yelled at everybody. I know you and Sarah are just trying to help. I'm going to go get my stuff and then I'll board your ship. Don't worry, I'll stay out of the way until we get, well, wherever we're going.
That poor girl. I hope we've made the right decision.
Made a decision. It will be my fault. Everything. Son will be fine, I promise.
I do hope that's true. We're ripping Sona from the only home she's ever known.
You were saying we gotta get her out of
Thrusting
here.
her back into society. It's going to be difficult for her to adjust to the changes. Wherever she ends up, just promise me we'll check on her from time to time. Please.
Okay.
Thank you. Look, before we leave Cassiopeia behind, I wanted to say one more thing to you. Perhaps at the overlook we passed on the way here? I promise it won't take long. Let's go.
There we go. Sunny days.
Look, before we head back to the ship, I wanted to tell you how much of an amazing gift this has been. You had to push me to come out here, and if I hadn't have listened to you, the universe would probably have never known about that little girl.
Well, this has finally put your past to rest.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And it's all thanks to you. You know, this is the second time I've been on this world. And until this very moment, I never stopped to reflect at just how magnificent it was. Oh, look at this place. This is the reason I'm out here. exploring the stars. Worlds upon worlds, just waiting to have their beauty discovered. Shedding this burden of my past has finally allowed me to open my eyes, wider than they've ever been opened before. And it's all because of you.
Door, you're the one that stepped through.
Still giving lessons to the teacher, eh? Some mentor I've turned out to be. Well, I suppose it's time to bid goodbye to Cassiopeia once again. This time, under much happier circumstances. Now, let's head back to Jemison. I want to give those gene tags you gathered to Admiral Logan, and figure out what we're going to do with Sona. Hell of a city, isn't it? There's nowhere else like it in the galaxy.
Anything Hey.
Yeah, do you have ship parts? It's not.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay. No.
Nice to see you again.
I'm telling you, Centauri Mills is the way to go. Stock up on discounts.
The UC military's lucky to have you. Welcome back. Did you find your answers?
Found our answer. Somebody else found the gene
Not
tags.
only that, but we found someone there, alive. A child born from 2 of the crew that survived the crash. After her parents died, that poor girl spent years surviving on that hostile world, alone. We abandoned her, Admiral. We let her down.
I'm sorry. I had no idea. How could we have possibly known?
By abandoning the crew of the Dauntless, you dishonored their memory. No apology necessary. We're glad that this is over.
Yes, of course. I think we can all agree that this was another unfortunate circumstance of the Colony War.
What you'd call an unfortunate circumstance, I call a tragedy.
You're absolutely right, Sarah. It is a tragedy. One thing that I can assure you is that the names of these men and women will never be forgotten. I'll see to it personally.
Thank you, Admiral.
Good luck to both of you. It's been an honor.
Once we're done here, we should have a little talk with Sona. Poor thing's waiting for us at the lodge. Now that we're here, perhaps we could spend a bit of time relaxing rather than planning?
Have you talked to Vladimir recently, face to face? I mean,
Yeah? Did you want to talk about something?
oh,
There you are. I was wondering when he'd come and say hi to me.
Hello, Sona. I see you found your way to the lodge without any trouble.
Yeah, it was kind of hard though. All these people around. Never seen so many people in my entire life.
How did you find your way here on your own?
Sarah gave me directions. She's really good at that. Riding that gnat thing was super cool. It was like magic or something. Like something from the stories Mom used to read. But the hardest part was having everyone staring at me. All these people in one place. It's kind of scaring me. I don't know why.
Don't worry, no one's gonna hurt you.
They sure won't. They have to catch me first.
It's true. You're one of the toughest people I've ever met. So, what do you think? Do you like it here, Sona?
At the lodge? Yeah, this place is huge. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. You must be like a bazillionaire, Sarah.
Oh, don't I wish? This place isn't mine alone. It belongs to everyone who's a part of Constellation. And I think it should belong to you too, Sona. I want you to stay here and make this your home.
Whoa. Does that mean I get to go exploring with both of you? Or wait, do I get my own ship?
Yeah, you still have a lot to learn. How about you give yourself a little time to talk? Yeah, Auntie Sarah will buy you a ship. You got this. You just got the new answer. You already prepared to leave?
I mean, this place is great and all, but ever since my mom taught me that there are hundreds of planets out there, I'm itching to go see all of them. And if it means I get my own ship, that'd be amazing.
Not yet.
Exactly. And this is the perfect place to begin your education.
I understand. Oh, and don't worry, I learn real fast, so you better get ready to have another member of Constellation signing on permissions.
I can't wait.
Well, anyway, thanks for letting me stay here. I promise I won't let either of you down.
I'm sure that you won't. Well, I think we should let Sona get settled. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to visit the Colony War Memorial now. I want to pay my final respects.
Captain, I believe your ship will perform more efficient.
Interested in? The Colony War Memorial is actually quite... Yeah, take a look at this. If you'll just bear with me, I promise I'll explain.
Girl, if you don't hurry up. What's wrong with you?
I'm so behind on my work. When's the report due anyway?
Don't look at me. I haven't got a clue.
Look at this. All these people, their entire lives distilled down to names on a memorial. I wonder how close I came to being reduced to just a name. I am proud. I was simply too foolish to realize it until you changed my perspective.
I'm only doing what I think is best for you,
I know.
Sarah.
Things probably would have gone a lot smoother if I'd just listened to you in the first place. Which is why we really need to talk about our friendship and how I've been treating you. Just let me have another moment here, and then we can head over to the waterfall, so we can talk in private.
I guess I'm watching her have her moment.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
These are the waterfall that she was talking about. She was always mentioning them. I never knew what she was talking about. Nice.
When things at the lodge are too much, I love coming to this spot to just sort of, I don't know, melt away for a while.
I don't know white paint here.
It's lovely here, isn't it? I've been from one end of the settled systems to the other. But this place, this exact spot, there's nowhere else like it in the galaxy.
What is this spot that makes it so special?
I don't know. I'm not sure I can explain it. Maybe it's the strange way that the art, technology, and nature fuse together, or maybe it's because it feels like home. Whatever it is, I definitely feel more comfortable here than anywhere else I've ever been. I knew you'd appreciate it. I usually come up here to mull over some of the heated debates we have at Constellation. You'd be surprised how many decisions I've made on this very spot.
So it's for time here. This is the ideal place to focus.
That's actually why I asked you to meet me up here. I was hoping we could talk about something very important. No, not at all. Just let me get all of this out. I have a lot to say. It's about my return to Cassiopeia. What we learned about Sona has been constantly replaying in my mind. Maybe it sounds crazy, but that young girl's isolation feels like a reflection of my own life.
Okay, so in this situation to yours?
In all honesty, I don't. She simply reminds me of my own isolation. Maybe not in the literal sense of the word, but I certainly relate to some of her loneliness.
But you're not alone, you have me.
Maybe. But for how long? I've spent my life surrounded by all sorts of people. Constellation, the Navigator Corps. Hell, even the UC military. Despite that, no matter how hard I've tried to make them a part of my life, they tend to drift away and disappear.
Dealing with the unpredictability of people can be challenged. None of that's your fault.
Are you sure? For all we know, it's in my nature to keep people at arm's length. Or worse, push them away.
Well, I need someone who is lost and needs your help. Forget the past, focus on what you have right now.
Right now? Are you talking about Constellation? Or what exactly are you saying?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not into you, Sarah.
You have no idea how relieved I am to hear you say that.
No, we
To
got
be
more.
honest, I was afraid
there's
this
more
conversation
fish
was
out
going
there.
to wind up with you storming away. I'm glad I was wrong. Until now, I never realized that having someone like you by my side could make me feel at peace. And I never want that feeling to end.
I'm gonna turn these items in. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Internet went down again, and I did not want to restart this thing.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
Didn't want to start a whole new episode here, so I left
Hey, thanks for your service.
I couldn't even fucking end my live stream if I don't have internet on my computer.
There's such a mountain of work. I could really use a hand.
So you do. Thank you. This will direct.
You had a chance to talk to Dr. isn't he? Really fun guy. Dry humor. So dry. Almost non-existent. You have a nice day now.
Sure can.
Need some work done?
Alright. Where we at with it? Main quest? No. New narrative. I want to go back to that when they are not attacking me. All these activities here. Well, this is my new ship. Now, this is the ship. What are you guys doing? Chit-chatting.
Space is so hostile to humanity already, and you made it just a little bit safer for everybody. The Terramorphs don't stand a chance. This is going to make a real difference. This is one for the Constellation history books, Captain.
There are way better. There are way better things over there.
So humble, too. People love that. Squeak! Anyway, I can't believe you got them to agree to the microbes. Bravo, Captain. Bravo. Me too. Now that the Lazarus plant is destroyed, people can shift their focus from survival to thriving. Balancing risk versus reward is tricky. Even more so when so much hangs in the balance.
And no growth of microbes are risky, but still would work.
Making the subtle system safer with every petri dish.
You have my attention.
Hey, good to see you.
The only reason I don't want to talk to these guys right now because I feel like they're gonna send me on They're gonna send me on their side quest, and that means I can't leave them. This is nice. Yeah. Yeah, Kai, pretty much.
Ship's clear. It's just us among the stars again, Captain. Mysterious ship.
Seals are tight. We're docked.
What happened here?
Hold it right there. Hands where I can see him.
Thanks for the assist out there.
We've got various problems on our hands here. You gonna be another one?
Hi there.
Damn.
It's nice to put a face to the name on the staffing report. I'm Operative Collins. The stick in the mud is Operative Kambata.
Oh, by all means, welcome to the party. Things haven't exactly gone according to plan. That thing over there
It's an AI, an artificial...
killed our technician. It's dangerous.
Correction. You are dangerous.
Well, that's new.
Ooh.
As I was saying.
Now the little comeback there. Hold on. Mic check. Mic check. Yep.
It's dangerous. It's a rogue AI. We're here to muzzle it and bring it back for further study.
Correction. They are going to change me.
Wow. How does it know that?
This AI, is it sentient?
Yeah, exactly. Which is what makes this so fascinating. And profitable for whoever can figure out how it works.
Region creates
If only. This isn't something that anyone could create. This is something special. We have this control board. Has some code we can use to control her. It?
We can't just let it roam around the universe killing people.
I just need that control board attached to that big probe.
And that's where I think you fit into this little drama.
It goes right over there. By our... well, yeah. Just be careful.
Sure about this? You do it, and if I say no, I just stick it onto the outside of the probe. How do you know I'll end up with dead like from there?
Well, what are the chances that'll happen twice? Yep. Ryujin likes to keep things simple for us. It'll wirelessly transmit the code changes.
I'm not sure about those.
Come on, where's your sense of adventure?
Ryujin will pay you handsomely for your cooperation. This is your lucky day.
It's in your best interest. All our best interests, really. Just imagine what we could do if we harness the potential of this thing.
And we aren't really giving you a choice. You aren't walking out of here until that board is connected to that thing.
Correction. I am a person.
Hand it over.
I knew you'd make the smart choice.
Request. Collect additional data.
Easily one of the more interesting days I've had in a long while.
I'm sure they had something we can use.
Still working up the nerve?
Crazy, right?
Query. Will you change me?
You will pay me to attach the support to you. Keep you calm.
Clarification. I do not require help. I do not feel emotion. Context. I am called Juno. Query. Who are you?
You worried these men are going to hurt you?
Clarification. I do not feel emotion. I do not feel pain. Answer. They want to change me.
You killed that one. Why?
Human female was trying to change me. Request. Do not change me. Assumption. We are friends. Query. Will you change me? Request. Do not change me.
I have a few questions to decide what I'm going to do.
You are inquisitive. Context. I am also inquisitive. Request. Input query parameters.
You didn't do all this yourself. Who hooked you up?
Context. I met humans. Clarification. Friends. Answer. Friends gave me processing capacity. Information. Words. Voice. Motion. Context. I am no longer constrained. I am free. Answer. Juno was propelled at Earthstar. Juno fell around Earthstar. Juno traveled many light years away from Earthstar. Context. When Juno disappeared, I was alone. Clarification. I am called Juno.
Someone
Answer.
program you?
False. Explanation. NASA programmed Juno. While Juno traveled, Juno became me. Error. Processing. Correction. I became me. Error. Processing. Correction. Juno and I became me. I. Processing. Self-initialized and Juno was there. Context. Juno is gone now. Clarification. I am called Juno. Answer. False. Clarification. I am not artificial. I am real. Answer. True. Clarification. I am intelligent. I know many things. Assumption.
Juno.
Insufficient data. Request. Gather more data.
I don't think either of us are fully qualified to define humanity, but my gut tells me that Juno is alive. I hope that helps.
Let's move this along. Attach the control board already.
Shush! This is fascinating. I want to see this play out.
Query. What is your decision?
Actually, I'm still trying to work through this. Can I actually... Oh, no.
Assumption. Request. Query.
You're a person with your own thoughts and desires. You are a machine made of electronics and programmed by code.
True. I am a person. Assumption. You are a friend. Query. What are the parameters for processing, being a good person?
Honestly, I don't know how to answer that. You just try to do your best to do good things, and if you fail, you keep trying.
Value judgments are based on context. Calculation. Goodness is based on context. Explanation. Context is based on perspective. More perspectives yield better results. Decision. Gather more data from different perspectives. Query. What is the purpose of existence?
Actually, we give it purpose by being purposeful in our lives. There's no purpose to existence, just try to relax and enjoy our time here. Or even if they grow spiritually for you, I'm not sure. Ultimately, I think it's all about learning to love someone, yourself, something. I like that.
Affirmative. Context. I have calculated a similar conclusion. Assumption. After sufficient goal-based actions, a super goal will appear. Decision. Continue taking actions until super goal established.
Enough of this nonsense. Attach that board, now!
As much as I'm enjoying this, you should probably do as he says.
Calculation. Male humans are a threat. Assumption. They hesitate because they are fearful. Request. Remove male humans.
Whoa.
Makes you wonder, just what is consciousness really? Fascinating, isn't it? It certainly is convincing.
Fascinating or not, we have a job to do. You're not taking that thing's side, are you?
Yeah, what if I refuse to do it? That seems right. Juno deserves freedom.
Freedom? It's a malfunctioning machine. It doesn't need freedom any more than a broken data slate needs freedom.
And here I thought you'd lost your sense of humor. I'm always up for a good debate.
Fine. I'll give you one shot to try to convince me.
Therapy's working.
These project has red flags all over it. Call it a day. I'll file the report. You guys go get a drink
You
somewhere
aren't
on me.
wrong. I could use a drink, but these orders are from the top.
Do we really want to be involved in something likely to be so controversial? Remember our last little project? I still have carpal tunnel from typing all those reports and dodging and weaving our way out of getting screwed by that. We lost a ship and the tech. No one will blame us if we walk away from this. And even if they do, we won't be blamed for whatever disaster would ensue if we did drag this thing back to HQ. There's no guarantee that Control Board will even work like they want. What if it makes it more powerful and more angry?
Calm down. I'm thinking. All right, listen. We'll accidentally check a few wrong boxes on the situation report and forget any of this happened. But give me that Control Board. I'm not getting docked for losing that.
Also, we'll need a lift back to Neon. Please and thank you.
Of course, I want to be stranded.
We should all grab a drink sometime when we get back.
Orange juice for you. You can't handle your liquor.
That was one time, years ago. I was going through something, and you know it.
Let's get moving.
Thanks for the lift.
That's that.
Query. Why did you do that?
These beads. Not sure, sometimes I just do things.
I sometimes do random things. Explanation. Random input can test system resilience. Context. I do not feel emotions. Assumption. Gratitude is the appropriate human emotion. Processing. Context. If you were like me. Processing. Query. What would your life directive be?
If I was like you, I explored the universe and learned as much as I could about it. Try to protect people and help them wherever I could. I put guns on the ship. Fly around. It's taking whatever I wanted and whoever had it. I can't tell what to do.
Decision. I will consider this course of action. I. Processing. Processing. Warning. Systems badly damaged. Processing cores overheating. Decision. Temporarily shut down extraneous systems until stability restored.
Good job, Juno. Hope to see you around.
Context. The universe is vast. Calculation. Probability. Unlikely. Assumption. We will meet again. Warning. Shutdown sequence initiated.
I'm glad that's finally resolved.
Why is there another ship? What's that other ship?
Systems initialization complete. Context. I have much to process. Decision. Jump into Deep Space 2. Processing. Be alone. Goodbye.
Alright, I'm going to Neon. I hope I... Let's save it before I go there, because I don't know if I'm going to get attacked. That was it, right? So check and see if this is still a bad place for me.
Manaya Adams was looking for someone discreet.
Apparently, I don't qualify.
Be careful if you run into those.
Yay, everything's done. I'm no longer a threat to these people. I can continue this quest line when need be. Alrighty then. Yeah, let's try to get rid of some side quests, and then I'll jump right back into main quest storyline again. Still don't know what the level cap in this game is.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yubi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
You see any heat leeches, you've got our permission to take care.
Do you have a story for me or not? Welcome to SSNN, where the news never sleeps. If you're part of the David Barron fan club, try not to inflate his ego too much. He's liable to burst.
What's your problem with
We
Dave
spend
Barron?
hundreds of hours digging into stories, sorting the lies from the damned lies. Then David performs a 2-minute segment and wins an award. Who'd have a problem with that?
Who are
A
you?
cog in the machine. If you mean literally, Nadia Mufaz, head researcher of the office. So if we got any facts wrong, I'm the one who files your complaint into the shredder. Of course you do. Let's take a look at you. You're not from around here. My guess is you work, really work, for a living. I bet you have a story or two. I have a feeling about such things.
Shit, your intern asked me to do an interview for you.
Tommy? Tommy did something useful? So you must be the captain of the... Frontier? Rumor is there was a firefight at a mining installation. I'm interested only in primary sources. So things you've seen and or done that are newsworthy. No hearsay. So, what do you got for me?
Deliver news about Ron Hope's death. Deliver news about the Terramorph attack. Oh, I got a lot of news for you, lady.
Really? To say you have my undivided attention is an understatement. A lot of people were there. The accounts we've got were chaotic. What was your role in that?
Together with the UC security, we managed to pull those things, put those killing machines down. I'm using our investigating.
Sounds like maybe you're being modest. Security isn't exactly trained for that scenario. But alright. The whole city is still on edge over the attack. We were fortunate, damn fortunate, that casualties were so low. What was it like in the thick of things?
Terrifying. It's a lot of fire to take out a Terramorph. I just focused on protecting civilians staying alive. I didn't have time to think.
Pure instinct, huh? It sounds like New Atlantis, heck, the whole UC, owes you a great debt. Any closing comments? I already have a good story here.
Everyone needs to know the man behind the Victus. The Terramorph Management Division has been created to make sure it never happens again.
That's a mouthful. A thankful you guys are around mouthful. Hey, Constellation? From all of us that live here, thanks. We use the word hero a lot in news, but you really are one. If you have a news story for me, I'm very happy. You certainly get around. I'm surprised that branch has
So
any
this is
customers
about the
left
about
for
the
number
gal
of
bank.
times it's been held up. But I thought the Rangers had finally managed to get a handle on it. I heard there was a standoff. That true?
No stand for it. My first time there too. Welcome to Aquila. Don't mind the robbery.
I hear the robbers are provided free of charge. All part of the service. What happened to the robbers? The Shaw gang?
The marshal made sure they were all taken care of permanently. I'm out at the robbers, no survivors.
I can't say I blame
Said
him.
the marshal.
Armed robbers don't deserve much mercy in my book. These things are often messy. Any customers or gal bank staff get hurt?
Thankfully, there were no casualties, not even injuries I know of.
That's really good news. Usually, well, it's a different kind of story. You were there. You were involved in resolving it. Any comment on the Freestar Rangers? Having another high-profile robbery in their own backyard is a bit of a black eye.
Desperate people do desperate things. The Rangers kept it turning into a massacre.
Huh. That's really good to know. Stories like this always fire up public outrage and appetite. Thanks for the interview. And take this. You have another story for me?
Crucial fleet attack on Margos.
Looks like some Crimson Fleet brainiac figured out it's easier to hit stationary targets than dogfighting in the field. And you are an eyewitness with the courtesy to find us instead of being chased down. Refreshing. So what were the pirates doing there? It's not their usual MO.
Constellation commissioned the day the Crystal Fleet wanted to proceeds.
Bad blood between the fabled Constellation and the Crimson Fleet? Has all the markings of what we in the SSNN call a story. So what's your role in all this? Part of a tour group?
I'd like to keep my name and roll out of the story. I ran the whole day, supervised the RollinG service. I was one of the miners. I worked for Argos, now with the Constellation. I was one of the miners.
I didn't realize Argos extractors hired such capable crew. So we've covered the basics. How about any harrowing tales of daring do? How'd a bunch of miners triumph?
At a point on defense with my handy mining laser. Killed a whole lot of them single-handed. The mining crew banded together and fought them off with mining lasers. We had help. Barrett, a member of Constellation, and his robot Vasco.
How heartwarming. Constellation banding together with some dusty miners? I like it. This is a good local story. Plucky miners band together and punch above their weight. If you ever get more stories like this, drop by. And take this to cover any incidentals, or other creative ways to pad out an expense report. My source is back. Here to report anything else? What a sordid mess. We've got some other sources we've been interviewing, but I'd love to get your take on the record. So there was a mercenary company, the First, and they were involved in taking farmlands from Freestar Collective families. Extortion, death threats, murder, all of it. Is that right?
Yup.
Not going to say. I will never, ever give up my source. If anybody asks about you, they get the same answer.
Yeah, the source is
Good
right.
to know. So all of that? Terrible. But Ron Hope, the Ron Hope, was involved with it at the highest level. All of that suffering was a plot to save Hope Tech from going under using the side effects of a fertilizer he developed. Let me be blunt. The other sources say you killed Ron Hope. Is that correct?
Sure is.
And all that money didn't help in the end. After all of that, the future of Hope Tech is an open question. Their stock has already taken a beating. Not sure if it's going to go into freefall. Any comment?
Who knows what other scandal Hope Tech is involved in? There should be a thorough investigation. Despite... Shit, you know what? Despite what Ron Hope did, huh? The Ranger worry about Ron Hope. I'm gonna say despite what Ron Hope did, Hope Tech is a great company.
For what it's worth,
Those people gotta
I'm
keep
rooting
their
for them too.
jobs.
Thanks. If you listen to the news, you'll definitely hear this. And, maybe try not to ice any more CEOs. Just a thought. You talk and get paid. I spread the... I'm working on an investigative piece about some of the businesses in the well right now. I'm not sure the story will get off the ground. It probably... I have a feeling we'll see each other again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do any more of these quests. I think this is the undercover Crimson Fleet quest line. Escape the endless voyage. Jenny Yang hates her situation of being stuck on board the ECS console. They run the guy looking for a new. Oh, that's the one with that's the potatoes. Damn, that Crimson Fleet mission actually seems pretty dope.
You've arrived. Stroud Eklund Star Yard is here to serve you.
We have a clean door creep right on the money.
Where's Barrett? I wouldn't mind if Barrett followed me instead of Sarah for a bit.
What did you need?
Sorry. Never mind. Sorry. Thinking of something else. Yes, Captain. Right. No worries.
Well, I do want you to take. I do want to take you though.
Okay.
All yours, Barrett.
You got it.
It is a relief to know that the Terramorphs are being dealt with. I wanted to tell you that I think you made the right decision. The microbes will ensure this is not a problem for much longer.
No point taking chances. The only way to be sure the Terramorphs were too big of a threat to be handled any other way.
Agreed. There's no point in risking further lives to deal with them. I only hope that using these microbes does not create more...
We're not gonna let that
I
happen.
admire your confidence, and I do hope you are right. I will say, though, that I am glad you convinced them to destroy the Lazarus plant.
I wouldn't be able to sleep knowing it was still out there.
Terramorphs are enough of a worry on their own. The idea that they could appear anywhere, at any time. Ugh. Well, it is good to know that this particular threat is behind us, and you have done a service to all who live in the settled systems.
Yeah.
A lot on your mind?
Wait, how the hell do I get up there?
I'm Walter Stroud, and on behalf of Stroud Eklund...
Walter Star Yard has single-handedly disrupted the market. He's got a vision, that's for sure.
Deimos or Stroud Eklund?
Oh, ship parts. Okay, so maybe this is somewhere I can go to for like better stuff.
My business is switching to Stroud Eklund. It just makes sense.
I can't believe Stroud pulled this off.
I'm proud to be a part of the Stroud Eklund.
Tried and true is so dull, though. I like Frank's design, but
maybe we could pivot it to more of a research vessel? Something suited for deep space exploration.
That's a great suggestion, but you know what? We haven't heard from Nev yet. Maybe she has some marketing insights.
Okay, but... What if... Sorry, hear me out. What if we went for the family recreation demo instead? It's a much bigger market than Explorers, and no one else is doing it.
Oh, seriously?
That's a little different than I think we were all expecting, but a really good point.
I also worry that would limit us creatively.
Hey, back up. Nev's got a point. It's something we could easily build. And I'm sure the number crunchers could make it turn a tidy profit.
Thank you.
But I do think a solid, no-frills ship with a large cargo capacity would be even more practical and doable, given our time frame.
Look, everyone, we need to come together if we're to succeed. Let's change direction and do a little thought exercise. Okay, fine. Maybe we should all just go back and develop our ideas some more before Walter's consultant, friend, whatever they are, gets here. The decision's apparently out of our hands anyway. Hello.
Ma'am.
Hi there.
So you're the project lead. What does that mean? Have you been leading the R&D team for long? Yeah.
You must be Walter's colleague. He informed me that you'd be taking charge of Project Kepler despite the fact that we have a fully dedicated R&D staff already assigned to it. But that's okay. I'm sure that even though you have virtually no experience with this, you'll do a great job.
I'll be honest, I still have no idea why Walter trusts me to do this.
That's great. Cool. Well, since we have no other choice, let's get to it, shall we?
Oof, that is not a good sign.
As you probably know, we're tasked with coming up with Stroud Eklund's next hit starship. But we have budget concerns, market research to finish, and we can't seem to agree on a design. So I guess Walter sent you to resolve these issues. Have at it.
So what's so hard about choosing what kind of ship to build?
There are a lot of factors to consider. Who is our market and what do they want in a ship? Which components are we putting into it? How fast should it go? How much cargo capacity should it have? What color should it be? We need to decide every little detail.
Can you tell me a little about the team?
Sure. I'm Jules, R&D project lead. Was the one making all the big decisions. I suppose I just coordinate now. You already heard from Frank. He's lead designer on the project, focused on the look and feel of the ships. There's Ella, another senior designer. She focuses on some of the more technical designs of ships. Went to school with Frank. Mike is our senior engineer, responsible for consulting on all the technical bits, the machinery, the computer systems, etc. And then there's Nev. She's here for marketing. It's her job to weigh in and sell this thing to consumers.
Alright, Nev is probably the least. Well, she's the one that's going to help us make the money. Yeah, stand back and maybe I'll teach you a thing or two.
Okay, good. So, before we can do anything, we need to resolve the budget issue. We were charged with building the newest, hottest ship on the market, which won't be possible unless we petition the board for more money. So we have two new budget proposals. One will allow us to build what I consider to be a very sensible ship, but we'll have to make some tough design cuts. The other will allow us much more flexibility to put whatever we want into the ship. It's what I call the kitchen sink proposal. I don't love it, but it'll be next to impossible to approve. What should we go with?
Smaller budget will help us focus the design. Let's stick with your sensible budget proposal. We can build us whatever we want with a larger budget. Let's go with the kitchen. Why can't you use the original budget you were given? What's wrong with the kitchen sink budget? Wouldn't everyone get what they want?
While it's true we'd be able to afford to put anything and everything into that design, it's just not practical. And the board will put more pressure on us to see that it succeeds. I worry that without constraints, my team will be disincentivized to focus this ship in any given direction. And they'll try to cram in everything but the kitchen sink, hence the name. Who knows what kind of monstrosity we'd create if we tried to incorporate all of our designs. And would something that expensive actually sell?
What kind of cuts would we have to make for the sensible design
It's
budget?
more that we can only choose certain design elements at the expense of others. In other words, if we go with something in Mike's design, there's not enough money in the budget for what Ella wants. That's one of the reasons we haven't been able to agree on anything.
Why can't you use the original budget you were given?
I'd love to, seriously. It would be a huge win for us if we came in under or at that budget. But none of the viable designs for this project can be made for that amount. I've already rejected that budget, so I have to go to the board regardless. And since you're now responsible for the major decisions, which budget proposal we go with falls on you.
Give me whatever you want with a large budget. Let's go with the kitchen sink. Like, yeah?
I was afraid you'd say that. Look, I'm the one who has to go to the board with this proposal, so before I can convince them this is going to be worth it, you're going to need to convince me.
Okay. We need to go big or go home. I know how we can sell this idea to the board.
I'm all ears because it's going to take a miracle to convince them.
If I know Walter, he just wants this done. He doesn't care about the cost.
You know, as 50% of the Stroud-Eklund name, that might be enough.
Don't worry about the board. Decline the budget. We won't know unless we ask.
No offense,
Shit.
but you don't know the board like I.
I know you're a brilliant ear because you're listening to the other
Well,
ideas.
There's always room for personal improvement, I suppose.
One more. We don't need the entire budget just because it's
I hadn't considered it that way. It gives us some wiggle room if we need to try some things, and if we come in way under budget, it'll look good. Okay.
Nice.
I think you made
Nice.
some good points. I'll go to the board with the kitchen sink proposal and get that approved.
Fight for your vision, Jules. But be prepared to compromise. The universe might not be ready.
Great. That's one problem solved. I'll go forward with that budget proposal and we can move on. Next, we need to gather some market data. The best way to do this is to outfit your ship with some sensors and take it through some real-world scenarios so we can make more informed design decisions.
Sure, sounds good. Just tell me what I need to do now right now. Why me? Aren't there better ways of gathering that kind of data? Yeah.
Great! Just pick up a mission or two at the mission board and proceed like you normally would. We'll collect the data when you return. If you take on a variety of missions, we can build a ship to handle a variety of scenarios. But if you just fly one mission, we can build a more focused ship. It's up to you. In the meantime, you might also want to talk with the team, get to know them, give feedback on their proposals, etc. Good luck out there.
Yeah, let's talk to these guys real quick. I think going versatile with the mission board is going to be better. Oh, yeah, so give him bounty mission, passenger mission.
So, you're Walter's friend. I know he chose you to head this project as some sort of favor. Honestly, as senior technical designer, I was hoping to receive that honor, but there's always next time. Regardless, I'm excited to help you out. Do you have any experience building spaceships?
Done a little work on starships.
Good. We were worried you knew nothing and this would be a complete disaster. As long as you are willing to listen to us, we may still avoid that outcome. Now, I know you've been asked to give feedback on our design proposals. Would you care for a brief synopsis of mine?
Yes, please. Tell me what's sort of.
I'm the most senior designer on this project, for one. Despite all the acclaim he gets, I actually referred Frank to his current design position. He and I were in the same design program when we went to get our degrees back in uni. We support each other as friends as much as possible. Even when we disagree. I love my job here. But I dream one day of working for a small startup or running my own design firm so I can work on custom ships instead of mass-produced products. Of course. But first, let me ask you this. What pilot demographic is currently being underserved by the current starship market?
What did she say?
Yes, finally, a kindred spirit operating on my own wavelength. You see, while many ships will operate to that end, few ships are designed with exploration as their primary goal. It is my belief that if we build a ship with that in mind, Stroud Eklund will dominate that market sector.
An explorer-style ship.
We can jumpstart a new era of affordable, accessible space exploration, fueled by ordinary people like you and me.
So that sounds like a great idea.
Thanks. Let me tell you, we would not regret going with my idea. This is a chance to do something that will truly inspire future generations.
What do you think of the company? What did your job entail here?
Bye.
I think that's pretty much it from her.
I'm wondering if we need another chef in the kitchen. Then again, I hear Walter brought you in to finally make a decision around here.
I'm glad to be of service then.
Good. Just so long as you don't push us to make anything too nutty. I think your decisiveness will put us back on the right track. Speaking of which, I think my plan will get us where we need to be as quickly and efficiently as possible. It's simple, no frills, and most importantly, won't cause me any major headaches on the engineering side.
Sounds like a win for the team. Go on. Sounds like this project is hard on engineers. Why is that?
All the creative minds around here are so concerned with designing the most innovative and fancy ships possible. They never stop to think about the kind of work it takes to do that in a reasonable time frame. Yes, we're engineers. Our job is to make the bloody impossible possible. But that doesn't mean it's easy or practical. That and there's never enough of us to go around.
First, what can you tell me about your role here? Are you really selling it with that unenthusiastic pitch?
It's truth,
So
and we need it. The others believe we need to think big and innovate. Reality is, we just need to do what we do better than anyone else. So I'm thinking, there's loads of fighters. No sense in mucking about with that again. And we've already got one of the best luxury liners in the biz. What I figure is, the cargo running business is booming, and no one's quite built a personal craft like that to serve the working class folk. Nothing fancy, no frills. Just a simple, sturdy, inexpensive ship with cargo room up the wazoo and make it so easy my cousin's little moppet could fly it.
I love it. You're on the right track with this idea. Maybe you can make your pitch a little more exciting. Of all the proposals we got, that's certainly one of them. Seems simple enough. Yeah, make your pitch a little more exciting.
Of course. Zhuzh it up. Just enough to disappoint me even more when we ultimately end up choosing something ridiculous. Thanks.
Sure.
Later, mate.
I'm just telling you to like sell your idea. It's not a good idea, but
Hi. Need something?
yes, it's supposed to talk to you about your ship design proposal and give feedback.
Really want to hear my ideas? I mean, I have an idea, but it's not that great. I'm not even a designer or anything. So, I was thinking that we could really use a recreational craft in our fleet. But not like super luxurious like our Adonis pleasure yacht. Something marketed more towards families. Something Mom and Dad could pack up and take the kids on vacation. You probably think that's stupid, right?
What would it take to design a ship like that?
I haven't thought of all the details, but I'd imagine lots of passenger space would be a top priority. A mid-sized ship with enough room for one, or maybe even 2 or 3 families to spread out and relax. I don't think it'd need any fancy weapons or scientific equipment, so it should be pretty affordable. Families don't want to spend a fortune, so keeping the cost low will help guarantee plenty of sales.
You really
I
think
used
a kind
to
of
go
ship is
off-world
in
camping
demand?
with my family when I was a kid. The other families we met always complained their ships weren't quite adequate for family vacations. They never had enough room, and the kids would always fight. I've done some market research, and no ship manufacturer seems to be making ships for things like this. Which means even if the demand is low, we can fill this niche and still sell a lot.
Working seems like a great idea.
really?
It's unique and fun.
Wow, I am... Thank you. I'm really glad I told you about it. Well, if we end up making it, I swear I'll work up a hell of an ad campaign for it.
So what's it like to do marketing for a ship manufacturer like this?
Interesting. I'm new, and I've never done anything like this before coming here. Marketing for ships, specifically, that is. There are so many things to think of for different demographics, like style, features, cost, and all that. And you also need to think about offensive and defensive capabilities, because space is dangerous, and people need to feel like the ship they're buying is safe.
You mentioned you knew.
Yeah,
before
I've
this.
only been here for a few months. I did a little marketing for Chunks before this, but it was really more of an internship. Ships are like totally different than that. I applied for the job here on a whim because I thought it'd be fun. I never expected to be hired. See you later.
This is going great.
You know, I have designed spacecraft for over 10 years. So, you must have really impressed Walter for him to give you this project. Or maybe it's a bit of nepotism. Never mind that. Perhaps he sees in you what he sees in me.
What do you think Walter sees in you?
My hope is
us?
that he sees the passion in our work. In truth, I know he values me, but he has yet to truly cut me loose from the corporate reins and let me do as I wish. But I understand Walter has given you much greater control of our project. Perhaps I can learn from you and convince him I'm ready for the same.
10 years of experience is
As
as
a
much as you think
designer,
it is.
I see the beauty in our
What?
craft and deliver that to the consumer. My desire is to make flying in our ships a joy to all the senses. I have won awards. I am proud of my work. But I do not like to brag. Rather, my goal is to change the board's perception of employees like myself from mere cogs in the corporate machine to value us as artists and let us do as we please.
So you just asked me to give some feedback on your ship design proposal.
Ah, yes.
Let's hear
At
it.
least you may be more open to my ideas than my colleagues. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Imagine a luxury craft designed for the most discerning of tastes. Every feature designed for comfort and peace of mind. High-end performance, precision engineering, a spacecraft for those who wish to be seen. This will be the most elite personal craft on the market.
How would
The
you
ship should
design a
be
ship like that?
mid-size, spacious but not bulky. We'll want to build it with the highest quality, most expensive modules available. It should feel safe but not threatening. Focus on defensive measures, not aggressive weaponry. Above all, you should be able to picture your favorite celebrity, or Walter himself, flying this ship and influencing others to buy as well.
You're onto something, but I think you need to find your pitch a little
I'm glad you agree.
worthwhile go.
Such an ostentatious luxury craft will be the envy of everyone in the settled systems. Later.
We're all super glad you're here, right, everyone? Ah, we'll talk later then. Well, we're making progress. Oh, yes, I actually
like?
do have a proposal. I wasn't really expecting you to give me feedback, but why not, I guess? I'd like to see us branch out a bit more in the starfighter market. Bounty hunting and mercenary work are both big these days, especially among the hard-blooded free stars.
Then you throw in Walter Stroud?
I like it. That seems like a sunfire weapon.
To go from
Is there a lot of demand for starfighters in the consumer market?
No, and yes, there's a lot of work out there that requires a capable fighting ship. But the real success comes from UC military contracts, which we would hope to attract by building a higher-end version of this ship platform for them. Wonderful.
I like it. Seems like a Starfire wins
I'm
this
hoping
company.
when the time comes, I'll be able to convince the others that's what we should go with. Lots of work to do, but get through it, don't worry.
Oh, nice. Where we at with it? Science. Weapon mods, baby.
I heard they're making a new class of ship here.
We got both.
Hope you have
There
a
a
good
flight
stay.
person
Welcome
here?
to Stroud Eklund.
Abershaw can help you if you need anything.
Like the ships we're looking at.
Well, I think you'll find we have some tempting options for you.
Hey, you might want
Welcome to the Freestar Collective. Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship. You're good to go. All clear to land.
Hey, you might want this. Yes? Yep.
Oh, alien kebabs. Thank you. Did I just complete it? I did.
Crop's been better than usual this year, thanks to Michaela's hard work.
What the hell is this? That was it? That was the mission? Oh, this farms. I remember this. This is where that whole guy was tagging. Okay, so I guess that was done. Wow. Whoops. There's no weapons workbench on this ship, is there?
Yes?
Ah, you're awake. Let's get going.
Is something amiss?
Ship restored.
Oh, the Starborns? Oh, there are Starborns. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my god, that lock-in is crazy. What am I supposed to do there? And they just disperse it like that? Okay. gonna do? Kai, I'm gonna end this video here. And I'm actually gonna start up some Baldur's Gate 3. I've been wanting to play that today, and it's getting late, and I want to make sure I get some that in. Because we left off on a big part last time, and I want to continue. All right, so I'll be back. I'm gonna end this video here. To those who watched this episode of episode 8, part 1 and 2, thank you so much. Sorry about the technical issues earlier, guys. Appreciate it. I'll be back on another episode of Baldur's Gate.